Hi everyone, it's me, Teacher Hunter. It's so good to have you back this semester. We also brought our friends along with us today too. How are you guys?
I'm good.
How was your break?
Great.
What all did you do?
I went to the beach.
Wow, was it fun?
Yes.
That's good. What about you? What did you do during the break? Did you have fun with your family and your friends? I sure hope you did. Today we're going to start off by learning about different greetings. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, these kind of things. Let's see if we can learn them together. How about that?
Great.
All right, let's get started. We're going to start today off by watching a cartoon. In this, we're going to see how Nam greets her teacher and what her teacher says back. Let's take a look together, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
In the morning, Nam comes to school and meets Miss Patty in front of the school. Before going inside, they talk to each other. Good morning. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. And you? I'm fine too. Thank you.
Wow, starting off a new semester is great, just like Nam did. Do you know what she said? Do you know what she asked her teacher? Let's review together. Her teacher started off by saying, "Good morning. How are you?"
Good morning.
How are you?
How are you?
Nam said, "I'm fine, thank you. And you?"
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Good job. Then, was that it? Was that everything that they said?
No.
No. The teacher said one more. "I'm fine too. Thank you."
I'm fine too. Thank you.
Let's read them all together. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm fine too. Thank you.
I'm fine too. Thank you.
Good job. I want you to practice with your friends. Open up your books and read along with your friends together. That way you can practice reading. Next, we're going to talk about different greetings. There's different ways we greet each other depending on the time of day. Let's start with the morning. Good morning. Can you repeat after me? Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Great. This we say when we wake up, when we go to school. Any time during the morning is perfect. After morning comes afternoon. Let's say it together. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Then we say good morning. When you finish eating, you can say good afternoon. Our next word is good evening. Take a look at the sky. It's different. What color is the sky?
Orange.
Orange. That means the sun is setting, or the sun is going away. Here is when we start to say good evening, usually when we finish school. Why don't we practice? Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Great, good job. And lastly, good night. Good night. Can you tell what's different about this picture?
There are stars.
There's the stars and the moon because it's nighttime. There's no more sun. Can you say this with me one more time? Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Perfect. I want you to remember the word good night is usually a word that we say before we go to bed. So if you are getting ready to go to bed, you might tell your mom or your dad good night, meaning I'm ready to go to sleep. Can you remember that?
Yes.
Perfect. Let's take a look at this next picture. What do you see?
Nam is getting up.
Nam is getting up. It's early. Here, we're going to say good morning.
Good morning.
Let's say it together. Good morning, Nam.
Good morning, Nam.
This is what we do in the morning. What else do we do in the morning? Just like Nam, we get up. What else do you do in the morning?
We brush our teeth.
Brush our teeth and take a shower. Do you eat breakfast?
Yes.
Breakfast is a meal for the morning. That's great. There's lots of activities that we do in the morning. During all these things, we can tell each other, good morning. In our next picture, where are we?
At the playground.
We're at the playground. What are these kids doing?
They are playing.
They're playing, that's right. During this time, we usually say good afternoon. We go and play on the playground right after we've eaten lunch. What kind of things are they playing on?
Merry-go-rounds.
Merry-go-rounds,
Seesaws.
seesaws,
Slides.
and slides. That's great. So, when you're on the playground, after you've eaten lunch, you can tell all your friends, good afternoon. In our next picture, what do you see? Something's changed.
The color of the sky.
That's right, the color of the sky. The color of the sky has gone from blue to
Orange.
orange, meaning the sun is going down. Here, you can see Nam is going home. She just left school and she's on her way home. This means we will say good evening. Our last picture, we have Nam sleeping. We have to be really quiet. When we go to sleep, we say good night. Repeat after me, good night.
Good night.
When we go good night, we can give our mom and our dad a kiss, mwah, mwah, and go to bed. Do you see anything different about this picture?
The moon.
The moon. Is it light or dark outside?
Dark.
It's dark. That means the sun is gone. We don't have the light anymore. What are other activities that you can do throughout the day? Why don't you and your friends discuss this and figure out which of these activities you can say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Next, we're going to take a look at the dialogue. Here we have two kids talking to each other, Nam and Peter. Here we're going to see what Nam asked Peter. How are you? Will you read with me? How are you?
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 This Nam says to Peter. Then Peter responds, I'm fine, thank you. And you?
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 Good job. So, Nam starts off 1 saying, how are you? Peter answers 2, I'm fine, thank you. And you? Then, number 3, Nam will respond one more time, saying, I'm fine too, thank you.
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 Good job. So, here we can see there's 2 different people talking. We have Nam and Peter, just like me and you. Let's try it one more time, okay?
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm fine too. Thank you. You and your friends can practice this dialogue. You can switch and ask different questions as well. Next, we're going to sing a song. You better get your dancing shoes on because I want you to come dancing with me too. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Wow, that was a good music video. We sang, "How are you?" Were you able to answer too? How are you?
I'm fine.
That's right. How are you?
I'm fine.
Perfect. Good job. In our next few activities, we're going to match the pictures with the words. And these, we're going to read each word and see which picture best fits. Take a look. Let's read all the words at the bottom together. Starting over here. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Great. Now let's start with good night, our first word. Which picture matches good night? Describe it to me. Is it going to be light or dark?
Dark.
Dark, that's right. Is there going to be a sun or a moon?
A moon.
A moon. I think I found it. Follow along with me. Good night. That's right. Good night. Next, good evening. Do you remember the color of the sky in good evening? Was it orange or blue?
Orange.
Orange. And do we go home or go to school?
Go home.
Go home. I think I found it. Is it this one?
Yes.
That's right. Say it with me. Good evening.
Good evening.
Next, we have good afternoon. Which one is good afternoon? Is the sun really high in the sky, or is it just starting to come up?
Really high in the sky.
Ah, the sun is really high in the sky. So that must mean the sky is really, really blue. Do you see a blue sky?
Yes.
I do too. Right here. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And our last one, good morning. The sun is just coming up, making the sky yellow. Repeat after me. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's repeat all of them in order. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
Good evening.
And good night.
Good night.
Perfect. In this next activity, we're going to take a look at the pictures and fill in the order 1 to 3. Then we're going to figure out who said what and write it down on the lines. Let's take a look at the pictures first. Here we see Nam saying, I'm fine too, thank you. How are you? And then Peter, I'm fine, thank you, and you. Can you tell me which picture is number 1?
How are you?
How are you? Number 1. What follows number 1? Number 2. Which picture is number 2?
I'm fine, thank you, and you?
I'm fine, thank you, and you. Then number 3 will be I'm fine too, thank you, right?
Yes.
Number 3. Let's see. First we have Nam, number 1, saying, how are you? Perfect. You did great. Repeat after me. How are you?
How are you?
Then we have Peter who responds, I'm fine, thank you, and you?
I'm fine, thank you, and you?
Good job. And lastly, Nam again saying, I'm fine too, thank you.
I'm fine too, thank you.
Good job. Now these are ways that we can say, how are you? But there's many more, especially if we're outside. When we see people from all over, they have different ways of saying, hi, hello, how are you? Would you like to learn more?
Yes.
Great. There are many ways for us to say the word hello. Let's start with this one. Hello. We can say hello with anyone, any time of the day. Hello. Will you say it too? Hello.
Hello.
We can also say hi.
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 Hello and hi we can use with anyone at any time of the day. Practice. Hi, hello.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, hello.
Hi. Hello.
We also have other words that we'll use only with our friends, like the word hey. Hey.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey.
Or we can use the word what's up. What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Let's practice. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
What's up?
What's up?
Good job. Remember, hi and hello we can say with anyone at any time of the day. Hey and what's up we will only say with our friends. So I want you to turn and practice with your friend. Hey, what's up?
Hey. What's up?
Hi, hello.
Hi. Hello.
Good job. Next are different ways to say, how are you? How are you? We can say words like, how do you do? How do you do?
How do you do?
How do you do?
How do you do?
How are you and how do you do have the same meaning, and we can say with anyone at any time of the day. Or we can say, how's it going? how's it going?
How's it going?
Which we'll only say with our friends. Let's try it. Turn to your friend. How's it going?
How's it going?
Let's practice all of them. How are you?
How are you?
How do you do?
How do you do?
How's it going?
How's it going?
These are different ways for us to say, how are you? We also can say hello in many different ways too. Remember, you can change these just like we do, how are you? The meaning is exactly the same. Thanks so much for helping us today. It was good to see you on our first day back. Did you have fun?
Yes.
That's great. We'll see you again next week. Bye.
Bye.
We had so much fun on our first day back this semester. I'm glad to see you again, and I hope that you had fun learning about hello and how are you. Remember, there's many activities for you to do in your book. You can practice at home with your parents or at school with your teachers and your friends. Thanks again for watching. Bye.